Hey guys, it's C-Rock. Today we are going to talk about the overall arcing theme I noticed when rewatching the movie Troy from 2004, last month. The one with Brad Pitt, not Troy Fall of a City, 2018. Yeah, I have my own problems with that one and only watched the first 2 or 3 episodes of the series. The theme from Troy 2004 is mostly echoed in this first quote we will listen to here from the beginning clip of the movie. So let's take a look at it, and then we will talk about it and see how this quote is reflected in other parts of this movie, too.
Men are haunted by the vastness of eternity. And so we ask ourselves, will our actions echo across the centuries? Will strangers hear our names long after we're gone and wonder who we were, how bravely we fought, how fiercely we loved?
So, let's take this quote one line at a time. Men are haunted by the vastness of eternity. This line makes us think about all of the time that came before us and all of the time that will come after us. As we know, the universe in itself has existed for 13.8 billion years. Yes, billion with 9 zeros. While the Earth has been around for 4.5 billion years, with the first primitive human species walking upright 1.89 million years ago, and the first cities being built 7,500 BC. Along with this, the universe is said to last for trillions more years. A link to a wiki page that talks about the death of the universe is below. And the sun will burn for another 5 billion years. A link to that talks about this also is below. With the next few lines saying, and so we ask ourselves, will our actions echo across the centuries? Will strangers hear our names long after we're gone and wonder who we were, how bravely we fought, how fiercely we loved? This part of the quote talks about how 99% of humans who ever existed, we will never know their names. They had lives just like we do. They were born, maybe had brothers and sisters and lovers, fought for their countries or tribes, had children, burying some before their time, and then passing themselves after many years or at a young age. This is set to make us think about those people and how we may be remembered too. This is seen throughout the movie with the main character Achilles and his struggle to be remembered throughout the ages. We will see this in the next clip I show you.
The Thessalonian you're fighting. He's the biggest man I've ever seen. I wouldn't want to fight him.
That's why no one will remember your name.
We see that Achilles wishes to be remembered by all who exist in history. He wants men to echo his name into eternity. This is further outlined how we are never even told the name of the boy who he is talking to and forget about him about 5 minutes after the scene ends. In the next clip, we will see that Achilles achieves this goal in Greece to be remembered by the king of Thessaly.
Are you a soldier? Achilles, son of Peleus. Achilles. I'll remember the name.
So we see with that clip, Achilles has achieved his name along with his father's being remembered by the ruler of Thessaly. This is even further noticed in the book called The Iliad, that is about, as we all know, the siege of Troy, where most characters are introduced with a genealogy of their ancestors, i.e. such and such was son of such and such, who was son of such, and so on. Next clip we will see Odysseus trying to recruit Achilles to fight for Greece against the Trojans.
This war will never be forgotten, nor will the heroes who fight in it.
In this clip, Odysseus piques Achilles' interest with these words, this war will never be forgotten, and neither will the people who fight in it. This is what Achilles is looking for, to seize immortality, to have his name never be forgotten, and echoed in the ages. Now, the next clip is kind of a little longer than the last ones. Achilles is talking to his mother. Let's watch, okay?
I knew they would come for you, long before you were born. I knew they would come. They want you to fight in Troy. I'm making you another seashell necklace. Like the ones I used to make you when you were a boy. Remember?
Mother, tonight I decide.
If you stay in Larissa, you will find peace. You'll find a wonderful woman. You'll have sons and daughters, and they will have children. And they will love you. And when you're gone, they will remember you. But when your children are dead, and their children after them, your name will be lost. If you go to Troy, glory will be yours. They will write stories about your victories for thousands of years. The world will remember your name. But if you go to Troy, you will never come home. For your glory walks hand in hand with your doom. And I shall never see you again.
You know this to be true, Mother.
I know this.
Now, I wanted to take a piece of the full conversation that we saw in the clip there. The last part where his mother tells him, if you stay here, you will find a woman, you will find children, and they will have children. He is told, when you are gone, they will remember you, but when your children are dead and their children after them, your name will be lost. Something that haunts Achilles. As we see, he wants his name to be remembered. Think about how many people have existed in history. They had names just like you did. Most of them we will never know or hear. These bones of ancient humans were discovered from archaeological digs, had names that we will never know, that weathered away in time when they were forgotten by their ancestors. We see with the end of this clip that Achilles has decided he will go to Troy and grasp immortality. In the next two clips, we will see he is drunk with this goal and will do anything to achieve it.
My brothers of the sword. I'd rather fight beside you than any army of thousands. Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions! Do you know what's there? Waiting, beyond that beach. Immortality! Take it! It's yours!
In this clip, he readies his fellow soldiers and informs them of what awaits them in this war, immortality. In the next clip, we will see Achilles meet Prince Hector in battle for the first time.
You are very brave and very stupid to come after me alone. You must be Hector. Do you know who I am?
These priests weren't armed.
Yes. There's no honor in cutting old men's throats.
Only children and fools fight for honor. I fight for my country. Fight me!
Why kill you now, Prince of Troy? With no one here to see you fall.
Why did you come here?
They'll be talking about this war for 1,000 years.
In 1,000 years, the dust from our bones will be gone.
Yes, Prince. But our names will remain.
In this clip, Hector tries to persuade Achilles to fight him, while Achilles says, "Why kill you now, Prince of Troy? With no one here to see you fall." You can tell that Achilles feels that he has found a worthy opponent to help him grab immortality. He tells Hector that what is at stake here and what they both have to gain from this war. Their names remembered for generations in history long after they are gone. He tells him they'll be talking about this war for thousands of years. Hector says to this, "In 1,000 years the dust from our bones will be gone." And Achilles' response is, "Yes, Prince, but our names will remain." In the next clip, we will see Achilles talking to Briseis, a priestess for Apollo.
I'll tell you a secret. Something they don't teach you in your temple. The gods envy us. They envy us because we're mortal. Because any moment might be our last. Everything's more beautiful because we're doomed. You will never be lovelier than you are now. We will never be here again.
He tells her the gods envy us. They envy us because we are mortal, because any moment might be our last, meaning we must cherish and capitalize every moment because we are mortal and only will be here once. Living forever has always sounded boring to me. Because of this quote, mortality makes us cherish everything more. We will never be here again, or have the opportunities in front of us to seize our names in history to be remembered. Now, I have one more clip to show you. Let's watch it here.
If they ever tell my story, let them say I walked with giants. Men rise and fall like the winter wheat, but these names will never die. Let them say I lived in the time of Hector, breaker of horses. Let them say I lived in the time of Achilles.
So let's take this last quote here from Odysseus and concentrate on the last two lines. Men rise and fall like the winter wheat, but these names will never die. Odysseus emphasizes that common men come and go, but great men like Hector and Achilles will never be forgotten and will live on and be echoed in eternity. These are some thoughts on some quotes that I liked from this movie that stood out to me and highlight the theme it wishes to represent. I want to leave you with this. Seize the day. Fortune favors the bold. Like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.